Let me bring some humor in it here today. So you remember he was you had a stomach ache in one of the trips. I heard
Right.
that. Do you recall that?
Yes. So- yes, very much. So it happened again in 1999 summer. Swami was in Vrindavan then, and in Prashant Nilayam in Kulwant Hall there was some this the roof work was going on in the Kulwant Hall, and then Swami decided to make a one-day trip to Puttaparthi and back so that he could supervise the work that was happening. And then that day he had decided to take a few of his students along with him. And so the previous day we were informed and we were all ready next day. And then we went with Swami to Puttaparthi that day, and Swami went and inspected all the works, then blessed all the workers, with prasadam, apple, from physically, served everyone prasadam with his own hands. And then, we all went to Punachandra and we all had the opportunity of dining with Swami. And then we came back by the evening back to Vrindavan. So then, dining with Swami is it's a treat in a more than one way. It's not just a spiritual treat, but you cannot get better tastier food than that. So that day I think I probably overate. So then that evening, once we all came back to Brindavan, I felt really full, so I skipped the dinner that night. And then the next day for breakfast, when I was about to go for breakfast, I realized that still I was feeling very, very heavy and satiated. So then I decided, okay, actually I did overeat the previous day. So then I thought, okay, I'll skip breakfast too. And then I went to college and then came back for lunch to hostel. And still I realized that I felt so full that as if I've just had a very heavy meal. And that's when I realized that something's gone wrong, because I can't feel so heavy and full even after 24 hours of after having the previous day's lunch. So then I decided that I should
It
pray to
was it
Swami.
was more of a contentment than the food.
Right. Right. So then that evening in the Thrice session, I was sitting at the front at Swami's feet. And then when I got an opportunity, I ventured to ask Swami, I have I have a stomach problem, Swami should cure it. It is so very funny in one way that when Swami is there, the Supreme Lord who is the creator and sustainer of the entire universe and who is doing so many things, and one can aspire for something so grand. But then we as children of Swami, we take the privilege of running to Swami for small in every small little thing. So then I asked Swami, pray to Swami, I have a stomach problem, Swami. So then Swami looked at me and asked, Enti pregnant? Swami asked. So
Are you
then,
are you pregnant?
yeah. So then everybody burst out laughing. Then Swami also laughed, and then Swami waved his hand and created vibhuti and gave it to me, and then gave me some water to drink, and then the Trai session went on. Swami asked a few elders to speak, students to speak, and the next hour and a half just went on. We were all totally immersed in being in Swami's presence, enjoying darshan, sparshan, sambhashan, and good satsang. And at the end of it, Swami then got up and indicated for Aarti. And then he looked at me and asked, Emra, ela undi ippudu? How is it now? How are you feeling? And that's when I realized that kind of heaviness in my heart, in my tummy, as if there was a rock in my tummy, had just disappeared even without my knowledge. And I was like so joyous that, so Swami, that problem is gone. I'm feeling perfectly normal now. Swami, delivery ainda. Oh, so you've delivered the baby now. Swami joked again. And everybody had a good laugh at my cost. And then Swami took Aarti and went inside.
So
So
are you pregnant and you got delivery?
delivery.
That's nice.
So
That's sweet.
this is,
I
Swami
think Kode
makes us
Kode was a really lovely time for all of you who went with Bhagwan
true,
and
true.
boating. He would send you all for boating and all that, right?
Right.